How did you pay him?
Like I think 21,000 $10. I don't know. Probably, I guess like 50 American dollars.
There's too many people here for me to share anything, so let's just keep going.
What's up,
Yellow?
Yellow?
It was routed through Pedro's lightning.
What's
node.
up,
Oh.
everybody?
Oh,
Yellow,
What's up, buddy?
Yellow, how you doing, man?
are you alive?
I'm kind of live.
Are you high? Are you high on hospital drugs right now?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Like FDA approval, something like that.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
It's synthetic stuff, you know.
They're good. They're good stuff. Good stuff.
welcome everybody. Welcome in. You made it to.
Welcome, everybody. This is me, Craig. This is the start of the podcast where I say the intro and do stuff like my eyebrows and stuff.
I did do my eyebrows today. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Test number 89. As any of you who watch this with any regularity will know, Yellow is high on hospital drugs, and the points don't matter. So
Nah.
this evening we are joined by a few stackchainers. Stackchainers, stay high.
What's going on, guys?
We've got Anthony Dessauer. We've got a
That was close.
Pokemon that's a lot like Yellow, and we have a guy that I can't find somewhere.
Waldo.
Yeah, where is
Waldo?
If you can,
Waldo.
Wait, there's a Waldo?
Well,
What?
Right there. Right
So if
there.
you guys could take a few seconds and just do a round clock introducing yourself, that'd be fantastic. Go clock.
clock. There's no clock. So I'm Anthony. What's up,
Hey, guys, I'm Yellow.
That's Yellow.
I'm part of the stream. Usually I come here and join and do stuff like, how about that Bitcoin? And stuff
Yellow,
like that.
everybody knows you already.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the guest. Okay, my bad.
Well, Yellow's a stack chainer too, so it's only right that he introduces himself.
Is that everything?
I'm stuck, guys.
That's
Bye, guys.
it? Okay.
Now we got
No, no, no,
Waldo over there
I
somewhere.
I stopped Anthony. Go, Anthony. Go from start. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a stack chainer. I do the stack chain spaces, and we've done a bunch of amazing things. I kind of have my hands in all the stack chain stuff, so it's an absolute pleasure to be on the Meme Factory today to talk about that and Stack Chain Magazine. I'm looking forward to it.
Hi guys, I'm Psyduck. Just help out on Stackchain a lot for a lot of the back end stuff, the mempool. Now Stackchain Magazine. That's been a big project. So excited to talk about that. But yeah, we're just all Stackchainers. Yellow. Thank you for the invite, guys. Love being up here.
Woohoo!
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Waldo. Really excited to be here. Like Anthony and Psyduck, been stack chaining for quite a while. A couple months ago, we started this magazine together. It's been really awesome collaborating with plebs from all over, and we're psyched to talk about it. Thanks for having us.
Well, we're happy to have you. But before we get started with anything, we need to get paid. Part of us getting paid is that our sponsors, Corp, require the guests of the show to read the ad copy that they submit. So I've sent it over to Anthony Dessauer, however you pronounce that.
That's pretty close.
If you could go ahead and pull it up and read it, that'd be fantastic.
Wait, how do you pronounce it?
Von Dessauer.
On Dessauer.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
All this time, I had no idea.
Same.
Yeah. I mean,
Same.
I was like 12 years old before I could even spell it. So
Van der Sar was a great striker
Slow learner, huh?
for Ajax, the soccer team.
oh, okay.
Van der Sar.
I've never actually met another one because I think me and my dad and my son might be the only ones in the United States. So ad copy. Let's see what we got here. Hey folks, ever dreamed of peeking behind the digital curtain of Bitcoin's stack chain? Well, buckle up because Suscorp has made it even easier than before. Introducing Chain. It's not just a social credit score tracking app, it's a revolution. With our innovative stack chain identifiers, you can snoop on everyone who's stacking on the stack chain. What's that? You heard Privacy? Oh, come on. That's so 2010. And don't worry about compatibility. Stackchain is fully compliant with Know Your Chain analytics standards. We don't just identify the Bitcoin chain owner. Oh, no. We also reveal their social networks. We're talking about friends, family, that mysterious barista they secretly admire, absolutely everyone. And here's the cherry on top. We perfected the art of data scraping for delivery for delivering super overly targeted ads. Did someone say pizza? Here's a discount code for your favorite Andronochrome product. Even though you just had dessert. Stackchain. It's for those of you who are insatiably curious, data obsessed, and think that targeted ads could be just a bit more targeted. Because let's face it, you want people to know who you are, even if they just want to turn you into the product.
Hey,
thank you.
Thanks.
Getting paid now.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
Hey,
be
could you ask
sure-
him to send a longer one next time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
We'll
didn't
post
expect-
a screenshot of our payment from our ad.
Put it in the chain. All right. So next up, we've got Becca. Didn't expect to have her tonight, but apparently you do have some sandwiches.
I do actually. They might not be up to standard this time, but I'm trying to relearn some new etiquette rules at the moment. So we'll see how this goes. So wait, I'm gonna do this. Do we see? Okay.
Oh no.
So I stole this sandwich. So I found Dan Held and I took his lunch money. And then I found this half-eaten sandwich in the back alley. So I got this one. And then the second one I got is that this is our magazine now. So it's a triple stacked, not a triple threat. Imitation sandwich. It comes with a 21% kickback to BT Weekly, the big guy, and or not. And yellows, Don't Stop Believing, Steak Sammy, marinated in Red Bull for 612 days.
612 days.
So this one smells okay. So I don't know. These are your three options today.
You gotta choose something to shares.
Or one for each.
Yeah, so Anthony, what sandwich would you like?
Definitely the Don't Stop Believing. I think that
Good choice.
that is well aged in the Red Bull. I think that's the way to go. It's very Stackchain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Psyduck.
I like the top one, the stolen one.
So,
Oh, yeah, here.
There you go.
Yeah,
Stolen
I
ones
mean,
are
it's
always-
okay.
Stolen ones are always better. Yeah.
It always tastes better when somebody else paid for it. And took
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Thanks,
my
Dan
God.
Held.
And Waldo.
Yeah, sweet. I wanted to pick the middle one. Well, I wanted to pick Don't Stop Believing, but the middle one has the magazine for Stackchain. Triple stacked, like stacking stacks on the Stackchain.
yeah.
And a nice 21% discount. Pretty sweet.
Kickback, but okay.
Kickback.
Get it.
Excellent.
It's the opposite.
Jason Moore in the chat says great eyebrows, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I just did them. I use Just for Men, so that's how trans I am.
And simp.
Wait, Psyduck, did you order a sandwich too? Did we get
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah,
Selling.
the top one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the stolen
One of each.
excellent. Good stuff.
I haven't ordered my sandwich yet.
Did you guys hear anything? Did you guys hear something?
No.
Did you guys
some
hear?
mumbling.
Did you guys hear anything?
I
at all?
don't know. I think I'm getting some feedback.
It sounded like it was upside from like the upside down world. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
not sure.
Okay,
Well,
so-
it wasn't important. It wasn't important.
Stackchain magazine. What is it all about? How did this idea started? How's it going? How's it like becoming reality slowly?
So
guys?
I mean, so Stackchain is an aggregator for creativity, right? You've been involved with the Stackchain, so there's all kinds of plebs just pouring their energy and their passion for Bitcoin into the Stackchain. And
let's say a very brief thing what Stackchain is. I think everybody knows, so let's be like
sure, yeah.
very
Briefly,
brief.
almost a year ago, Arizona Hodl randomly posted a $5 smash buy a Bitcoin and invited people to stack with him. And somebody responded in the direct replies with the 6, and then nobody responded with the 7. Nobody is the actual name of a person. Somebody responded 8, so on and so forth. And it's been going on for a year. The N+1 stack height is well over $3,000. We've disappeared over 6 million cuck bucks and turned them into pristine Bitcoin. We've made donations to help defend Hodlonaut. We've donated to Bitcoin Beach. We've connected with communities like Bitcoin Akazi, and we've just grown as a group of plebs and just done amazing things, from fantastic memes to community building to actually meeting each other at conferences, and now Stackchain magazine.
Okay, how much has been, did you say how much has been stacked in total? I think we talked like about 9 months ago, and it was about $2 million, 2 million cut bucks.
6 now.
6 million.
Oh yeah, about 6 million is the last stats.
Awesome.
And I think, let me see.
What's the stack height? What's the stack height right now?
What is the current stack at? I want to say 3450 something. I can look it up.
Tips.
Yep.
So unlike Ripple, stack height is at an all-time high.
Number go up.
Yes.
So I think we're at stack height 3,457. So Psyduck, Waldo, if you guys see something different, correct me. But you can check that for yourself. It's all on Twitter. You just look up the hashtag Stackchain tip, and that'll get you in the general vicinity of the current stack height.
Is it the case that Arizona Hodl has since nuked his account in retaliation for all the notifications?
Yeah. He was not prepared to be the genesis of the stack chain. You know, it gets a lot of attention. Yeah. So he
technically though, he didn't start the Stackchain.
Yeah.
The second guy started Stackchain.
Yeah, we've
with
had
the 6
conversations about this. Yeah.
Deep thoughts from Yellow.
Satoshi didn't start Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Satoshi. Exactly. No, it's exactly that.
Farting?
It's exactly that though. Even if you're making fun of me now, Satoshi wouldn't have started Bitcoin if nobody has taken the first transaction.
So
he will be just a nerd guy in his mom basement, you know, that experiment with something and didn't work.
So we really are all Satoshi.
Kinda.
Except for Craig.
Except for Craig.
Except for the potato.
Everyone's Sally.
Sally thinks he's Craig right up in here.
Somebody has some serious feedback coming from their mic.
I think it's Greg.
It's the potato.
Potato robot.
So now that we have
restart grinder, Craig.
Now what we have,
then update your grinder.
Now that we know what Stackchain is, Stackchain magazine, who threw the idea, how that happened, and how is it like becoming a reality?
So I think Psyduck is probably the best person to answer that question. Psyduck, you want to tell us about the origin of Stackchain magazine?
Yeah, and one of the chats in the DM groups of Stackchain, I think it was a Stackchain Legends chat. It was on the day when Bitcoin Magazine launched their ordinals, when they were selling their cover for 10 Bitcoin, and a bunch of people were pissed about it. And I had the idea of like, well, let's fork them, because that's what we do in Stackchain. If somebody does something that we don't like one time somebody wanted to add ETH onto there, you fork the motherfucker and you just keep going with it. So that's what we decided to do. You know, I just kind of started asking people, like, no, I'm serious. And at first everybody thought it was a joke. They thought like, this can't be real. There's no way to do it. And people just kept bringing up all the ways that it could fail, all the ways that we could do it. And I just kept saying, like, well, let's figure that out. That sounds like a challenge. Let's move on to the next step. Let's try to find it. Lauren put together the group that we're started chatting through in the back for the Yellow. You're at the Have Fun Stacking Stacks Press. So from there, we just started shooting out ideas to each other. I brought in Anthony, who is great at connecting people. So he's really what helped it grow. And then we had our legendary stacker Waldo here doing all the editing for us. So like, and he's had a lot of years of experience in the business. So it was amazing that because of Stackchain, this community of people just buying Bitcoin, showing that conviction to each other. Over time, you get to know each other, and you get to know that everybody has different skill sets, different things that they can add to it, and sometimes those just coordinate into something incredible. And in this case, that was the magazine. We had Takira come in, who was a project that we helped for a while. He was the goat farmer in Venezuela who was looking for funds to create or to buy the goats. Yeah, so
he seems to be really the goat with graphics.
Oh,
The
he's
guy
amazing.
is
Yeah.
creating.
Incredible.
The guy is creating very quickly and very amazing stuff.
Did you see the commercial he made for this stream? Yellow?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
so
Psyduck. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, I asked him if he wanted to write an article about the project that that Stackchain helped and a bunch of people in Bitcoin Twitter helped. Because he's been posting pictures about it, so you can see the Bitcoin hacienda that his family's building to act as like a classroom to be able to spread Bitcoin awareness over in Venezuela. So he was interested and he wrote the article, and soon after he finished, he was like, "Hey, can I do the graphics for it?" And I was like, "Yeah, we don't have anybody to do graphics right now. Let's do it." And I described what we were looking for as far as with the magazine, because George was really the only one who took me serious. And he got the concept right away. George is another Stackchainer. It's not up here, unfortunately, but he understood right away what this could be. And when I was describing to him a mix between Mad Magazine and like the early Rolling Stones, where we have a mix of comedy, like parody, but also like some serious articles and we can reach out to a lot of these journalists that are out in Bitcoin Twitter that don't have a place to put their stuff and be like, "Hey, like here's a physical print magazine, limited run that we want to try to put together." And it just kind of snowballed from there. After we all saw what he could do graphically, we were asking him to like, "Do you think you can do this for the rest of the magazine?" Because that look that he put together, that Takira put together, I mean, was exactly what George and I had discussed. It was a mix of comedy. It was Bitcoin. It was the GFY attitude of Stackchain. So yeah, that was kind of where it was born. From there, it's just been several months of work and editing.
Have you guys been nervous at all? Like when you're going through the process of, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and then we actually decide, there's a moment where you go, okay, this is an idea, to this is like we're gonna make this a reality and we're gonna go all in. How do you guys? What kind of feelings and emotions are you going through when you're doing that?
You get a lot of doubt, for sure. At least for me, when I started this and I was talking to people, some people responded very positively. Anthony liked it, but a lot of people make you question whether or not this will work out. But you just got to keep that attitude. Like, no, we can push through this. We can figure this out. There's an appetite for this. There's a lot of Bitcoin Twitter that didn't like what Bitcoin Magazine was doing, or doesn't feel like that's their voice. Even if they're like it in general, they don't necessarily always connect with it. And I think that audience we can tap that. So yeah, you have doubt early on, and you worry that maybe it won't work out. But as you progress, and especially because Stackchain is what it is, we are all friends together. We know each other now after stacking all this together over so long time. We've proven it to each other's characters. So you get to know the people that you can bring into this that help you build it, that don't try to break it down, that give you sound advice, that offer their own help or their own expertise, their own knowledge. And that's how it was born. It's something out of the community. I was telling them in the chat, like I didn't build Stackchain Magazine. They did. All I did was tell you guys an idea and point some people in the right direction, coordinate a group there, and then but it was everybody else that they all built this. And that's really what this is. It's a showcase of talent from Stackchainers and Bitcoiners in general. We want to connect with people at a different level.
Nice.
Yeah, I can tell you that once I saw the cover art that Tachira put together, that from that point I had no doubt that this was going to be a thing, because I already knew the people involved. I've been with Stackchain for over a year, and I've been doing things with these people. We, you know,
What kind
there's
of
been
things?
music and audio content and video content and memes, and we were at the Pacific Bitcoin Hackathon, and we were, you know, we've done all these things together. And as soon as I saw that come together, I was like, this is going to be a thing. So
it's really interesting that every group has a Son Harris or a Psyduck. Like every group has that super optimistic guy that is like, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, easily we can do that. And everybody else is like me, mostly like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm smoking. And then after a few months, you have Stackchain magazine and Having Party being realized. So we need you guys.
No, I totally agree. I think like that's I've told Anthony this plenty of times that I love the Stackchainers, and the main reason why is because you guys remind me so much of the Meme Factory. Like everything that you guys do, like the group that you guys have, really good people, and like you guys are all in on Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. You guys are plebs. You know, you guys just, and you don't care what other people are saying. Like you guys are just doing your own thing. And it's really cool what you guys are doing and coming up with. So just keep at it, like keep going. And I think the Stackchain magazine isn't going to be the end all be all, the Stackchain. Like that's just another step in wherever you guys are headed.
Yeah, we appreciate that a lot, Sean. I think another big piece is like just letting go of the outcomes and just doing it for the joy of being together and produce something that we're passionate about. Hopefully it works out, but like we have no idea. And then we would mention things on Twitter, you know, outside of Stackchain, and someone might be interested. And then that's cool. That's one more person. But I mean, we were making this no matter what. And also we knew we had the support of the Stackchain community at the very least, right? Everyone would support the magazine regardless. And then we got some of you guys involved, which was awesome. And we just started growing to other plebs. And, you know, this thing is what all of us make it. And it's exciting. Who knows what's going to happen to it?
And as I said,
head down and do it.
As I said in today's space, Those Type of Living space, the timing is perfect because another like pleb like project, the Citadel 21 is like concluding now its cycle, and now another one starts. So it's perfect to have you guys published.
Well, those are big shoes to fill. So I don't want anybody to think that we're going to be anything like Citadel 21 because those guys over there are amazing. Yeah. Stackchain, we're goofy. We're something different.
When does the magazine come out? Can people like pre-order those right now, or when does the physical actually come out?
Absolutely. So another one of the wonderful things to come out of Stackchain is a Bitcoin company called Proof of Ink. Proof of Ink was founded by a Stackchainer. He does shirts where it's not like a drop ship print on demand. He screen prints these Bitcoin shirts. They're made with his hands, and you know he accepts Bitcoin. He mails them out. This shirt comes from Proof of Ink. This is a Bitcoin Akazi shirt. So they're for sale on his website, proofofink.com. We'll drop that link all over the place. And I'm pretty sure it's proofofink.com. Psyduck, is there a better URL?
No, it's proofofink.com. There's a link there for Stackchain magazine if you want to look that up. But yeah, Anthony, for getting the artwork on the shirts, John partners with Bitcoin artists. So as artists give him permission to use their artwork on the shirts, they all get a cut of the shirts that sell.
Can we get like a little small preview of what we could find inside the magazine, like content wise? Like what you said, you're goofy. What's the content?
Well, so the front and back cover are the background on my Zoom image. I mean, I don't know how to share that live stream, but there's little snippets of Stackchain magazine floating around from the commercial that we sent out, that Tachira put together about the live stream tonight to the little pokes. So the cover of issue 1 is a Bob art piece. So Bob was the first person to stack off of Arizona HODL stack. And so, you know, a lot of Stackchainers will do memes and they'll stick Bob's face in there. So it's kind of like a meme within the meme of Stackchain. And then on the back cover is the back of Bob. I don't know if I'll move. You guys can see it.
Yeah. Just as long as none of these ideas are Peter's ideas. That's all we're asking for.
Peter.
You're not a fan of Peter's ideas?
No,
Or you like Peter, you just don't like his
Peter.
ideas?
I love Peter. Yeah.
I love Peter too.
What are we talking about?
Peter Ansel. Peter Ansel.
God, my microphone is killing me. I'm
No,
sorry
your
about
mic's good now. Your mic's good now.
For you can hear it now. Fine. Sounds
And it
terrible.
doesn't sound like a potato robot anymore.
I think it's running through OBS and sounding like a potato, but
I think you left your vibrator on the table and forgot.
Is that what it was? Oh,
Yeah, I mean that's
So-
what it sounds like.
I gotta go. Bye, friends.
see you later.
Bye, Becca.
Becca.
What I'm seeing
Bye-bye.
is there's only 210 copies.
Oh yeah, if you want to buy one of these, you better get on it. Because the pre-sale started July 1st,
Ooh.
and they're being released on the 1-year anniversary of Stackchain, which is next week, and they're selling fast. So there's only going to be 210 copies. So yeah, and you know there's going to be more volumes because we're already starting to work on the next issue that's going to be released. But this first one is special because it's special, and there's not that many of them. So if you're interested in getting one of these, don't sleep on it.
Yeah,
I'm really proud that I was in the Citadel 21 #1 volume #1, and I'm in this one too. So I really thanks for that.
That's awesome, Yellow. I wanted to mention that, you know, there's no one really in charge of this. We're all just working together, and everyone's just chipping in, you know, when they can, volunteering their time. And, you know, it was cool to have you guys participate. You know, we have the Having article by Sean, and we had the interview with you, Yellow. And I think that's a good example of like how this can work. You know, like Rat Poison had the idea. Anthony and John set up the spaces. Anthony interviewed you. Happy transcribed it. I wrote it. You and I revised it together. Everyone was chipping in to produce this article, and it was just an awesome collaboration with no one really directing it. It just kind of happened naturally. And I didn't know you were in the Citadel 21 first issue, but we're honored to have you and Sean in volume 1. And it's awesome. Sully's here too. He's been pumping out crazy content. He's chomping at the bit to get into volume 2. So we're really excited to feature all his awesome art and ideas and articles too.
Yeah, glad to be a part of it, guys. I'm like the intern.
Telly, where do you fit in this?
My mini me.
Telly, what do you fit in this? You wanna say a couple of words?
All I'm supposed to say is it's 4 plebs by plebs.
Supposed to say.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you censored by the stack?
Are you being censored here, bud?
No. That was what I was supposed to say. I think
And also,
Blink
also,
twice.
are you
If you're being
trying
held
to look
against
like
your
Son
will.
Harris? Are you trying to look like Son Harris or?
Yeah, you
No.
What?
I'm not. I actually, for the first time, I had to like light.
Oh, my bad. That's a black
I had to-
T-shirt. My bad. Yeah.
I had
you
to
did.
lighten my skin to like line up with him. It
I'm
was
pretty bad right
bad.
now. I've been out knocking doors all summer, so.
Is that what you
Oh
call
yeah,
those women?
selling that solar. Yeah.
So
Apparently you could go there and you make everybody knock out the trees, so you haven't been sitting in any shade.
Exactly.
I don't know. I didn't try to look like Sean Harris. When I started to see it, I was like, I mean, I was like, kind of, really.
You look like the best looking man on Bitcoin Twitter, Sally. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, you are too, man.
You guys do look like twins right now.
So I'm curious.
I'm
with,
not. You guys are all
Waldo.
feds. You're just trying to get us to do ancestry.com. Leave me alone.
No. Let's
Go ahead.
let's help out Craig. Craig, go.
Now, what's been the worst experience for you guys out of the stack chain? That's
Right
what
now?
I'm interested in. You've plenty of good.
Yeah. Now, what's been the worst? We get very emotionally connected to this. So, if I could really like summarize what Stackchain is it's a place for people who want to do Bitcoin things that don't work for a Bitcoin company. They're not influencers. They don't have a podcast. It's kind of like found all that energy. Like, we're Bitcoiners. We like Bitcoin. We want to be a part of the network. We want to do something. So all that energy comes here, and it's it's really like all gas and no brakes. And sometimes it crashes and people disagree. They don't get along. And we spend so much time together doing things that these are friendships that we're developing. And sometimes friendships are tested.
We know
And that can
for
be
sure.
hard. Yeah.
But so give me an example. What happened?
Give me an example. Oh man, I can't think of any examples. Psyduck. Waldo, you guys got any examples?
The Battle of 1666.
Oh
and
yeah,
the
that one sucked.
That was a really contentious time. So during that
We're
time,
talking about the battle of Stack Height, 1666. Is that what we're talking about?
Stack Height. Yeah, we talk about them like years sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, it was Stack Height 1666, which I think was actually 1665 or something, where the fork started. But there was two people stacked the same block basically, and the two sides did not want to give up, and they just kept stacking. And
was
then
one of them Tao?
Tao was on one side for sure. I don't remember what side Tao was on.
He was involved, yeah.
But if there's a fork ward, Tao's there for sure. And at some point, it got to a block that was really contentious, and this tends to happen a lot during fork wars. Somebody posted a transfer of stats to cold storage that was a miner. So the person was a miner, they had mined with Bitcoin, and they transferred it over. And there was a big argument and fight over whether that was valid, because up to that point, everything that was submitted to Stackchain was a Bitcoin buy. It was somebody turning cuckbucks into sats. So that was a really contentious point. And eventually that got forked. There was a lot, as far as like people getting emotionally upset and leaving the chain or leaving for a while. That was probably one of the biggest that's happened.
And you got to understand, this is like grown men just being really pissed off with each other over this, because I mean, you spend so much time building it and putting these things together, and it's completely and totally unexplainable to people that are outside of it, because it's silly, it's stupid. And then, you know, the funny thing is, like, people will actually go and buy ridiculous amounts of Bitcoin just to prove a point on the stack chain, right? Because the hash, you know, because it in you know, the longest chain wins, right? The chain decides when there's a fork. So as a result of that, like, Stackchain is all about stacking sats. Like, that's how you determine the outcome of all things, is which way the stacking went. And if more sats were stacked over here, then that's the direction the Stackchain is going in. And people that, I think in the battle of, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like 60 to 70,000 cuckbucks were burned, determining what was the valid fork in the battle of 1666. So it might sound silly that people are.
Is that also burn chain? Is that the same thing? The burn
no,
chain?
burn chain is new. There's a Skinner, who's a longtime stack chainer, and Doc, who's multiple long time stack chainers. There's a stack chainer. His name is Doc Holiday, but he has multiple NIMs. So he is multiple longtime stack chainers. They put together a burn chain, and
after Sailor's Code, I guess.
Basically, yeah. So they're sending Bitcoin to the Genesis block or to
op return
addresses. So yeah, they're burning it.
Okay.
And they burned it in a chain. So
I sometimes think that Stackchain is like the realization, the pragmatical aspect of the banana bread meme. Like you took banana bread meme, which is like a metaphor, an allegory for Bitcoin stuff about banana bread, and you really made it kind of work, like as a lot of people like to say, like, you gamified it, right? You make it, you made it out of a game, a real game you can play.
Well, we took it from concept to production.
And the thing is, I'm mentioning this because, like, I do remember with the banana bread also meme, like, sometimes we went to silly aspects of it. Like, And that was one of the reasons that a lot of people kind of like it and a lot of people kind of hate it. I don't know if because we do know that stackchainers have haters too, right? Like yeah.
Yeah, Brad Mills, right? He's a hater.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean,
I didn't get it. I didn't get it in the beginning either, you know. And like my timeline started filling up. I was like, "Oh, this is silly," you know. And then I got ratioed. I came around. I joined the stack chain.
Rusty's got a question.
Yeah, hey everyone. Yeah, I believe they're called the Stackchain is gay.
Anyone hear Rusty at all? If Rusty would mute right now.
Yeah.
Unmute yourself, Rusty.
Rusty, get off.
Yeah, so we did this. I thought we did this joke earlier. I didn't think.
Okay, yeah.
If somebody else wants to talk, that'd be fine, I guess.
Yeah, Stackchain. Yeah, what would you say to the Stackchain is gay community? Yeah, what do you have for them?
Well, I would say that we're a very inclusive community, and that's fine. We don't judge. You stack sats, you stack sats.
No, you definitely judge. If you had a fork war, you're judging on which of those changes.
Oh yeah, well, all rules are out the window. Like what I think about your mother and everything that changes during a fork. Like people that loved each other, pre-fork, no longer love each other during a fork.
So on another point, right? I posted like a touch grass meme and then figured out there's a touch grass stack chain, side chain going on as well.
Yep. Yeah, people start side
Not sure how it works though.
For the touch grass chain, they take a picture of something outside, hiking at the beach, something like that, and then post a Bitcoin buy with it. So it's just a string of buys. I don't remember who's running the chain, but
I think it's Jack, the origin. And this is a cool part that people may or may not know is that, of course, at this point with stack height, over $3,500 or whatever, not everyone can afford that to buy a block. So there's all kinds of other things that a lot of you guys know about, like stack joins, where people can stack whatever. You can stack 25 cents and they get collected and put in a block. But there's also these side chains under the hashtag SC side chains, which are all different kinds of experiments. Some touching grass, like Psyduck was just saying. There's a micro stack chain where the logic is anyone in the world that can have 1 cent you can stack there. And some move to the main chain and some don't, but it's kind of just an evolution. Anyone can start one. There's a music chain. There's all kinds of different stuff, which is cool for people to try to get support behind an idea that they're passionate about and see if people will stack on it.
Do you guys have any idea how many people are actually involved? Like how many? I don't know. That was your question too, Sean.
So yeah, it's
what I was about to ask.
We have an estimation, right? Because you can't really know because some people are NIM. Most of Stackchain is NIMs. But from what we think it's about 686 unique accounts. So it's several hundred different individuals that have participated in Stackchain.
Who's Billy Bread? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I would like to know that too. Yeah.
Who's Billy Bread? And is he watching? Billy, what's up, man?
Hey, Sean, what do you know about Billy?
Billy, I know that I've taken a picture with Billy before.
Sean met Billy.
Have you that's your his pee-pee?
Sean?
That's the question.
Have I wait, say that again?
Touch.
Have you touched his tingly?
Tingle?
I signed an NDA. So I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah, good answer.
He's nodding his head yes. He's nodding his head yes as he says he's not at liberty to say.
Good answer.
Pull up the picture. We got to see how he was holding him.
He's grounded now, I think, Billy, right?
Yeah, that's what happens, normally. How many people are working on Stackchain magazine out of the Stackchainers, right? Even if you're doing something small, right? Like how many are working?
Oh, that's a good question. The articles are written by Stackchainers, and then there's a few articles written from people outside of Stackchain. There's an article that's going to be coming from Bitcoin Island, but I mean, like Sean, you wrote an article, but I consider you a Stackchainer. right?
Hey.
Because I consider you like part of our community. Same thing as like Yellow and Selly, right? It's we kind of just, everybody's welcome, and if you participate in that energy and you do stuff with us and you build with us, then you're a stack chainer. That's how that works. You've contributed.
Well, that's what I like about the stackchainers is like, as toxic as we do get in Bitcoin Twitter, I don't know, there feels like a lot more love in the stack chain world, even though it is like a lot of GFYs going,
There's definitely love. Just yesterday I was yelling and screaming at people because I was upset about things, but that's you only care about things that you love, right? And if you don't care about something that you're working on or the people that you're surrounded with, you don't have thoughts or opinions on it. They can do anything, they can be anyone, and you don't care because it's not important. And I know it seems silly, but the people that are involved in Stackchain is very important because it's like a journey. We're all on a collective Bitcoin journey. Stackchain has helped people fire up their nodes for the first time, open up their first Lightning channels. There are people that have like gone through difficult periods of life, and like they're, the good part of their day was, logging into Stackchain and hanging out, and that kind of helped them get through it. And then when you attach like all everything that we know about Bitcoin, like, Bitcoin is a freedom technology. Bitcoin is a thing that's good for us. There's a lot of like hope that is attached to Bitcoin. So when you are doing Bitcoin things, you feel like you're tapping into that hope and tapping into that hopeful future. And there's a lot of emotions involved in that.
For anybody listening and not watching, Rope has just joined us, and we're getting a close-up of the inside of his nostrils.
I feel left out because I don't see that.
You don't see that?
Is Rope?
No, I don't see that at all.
Not see that?
I'm looking at Sean right now.
Because there's too many people and there's
there we go.
screen space for it.
Oh, that is a beautiful nostril though.
No audio though.
He's not got no audio.
No audio.
That's too bad.
It looks like he wants it real bad though.
Going back to your point, Anthony, what I would say this, I think there's a huge social layer that we underestimate, because a lot of us have gone down the rabbit hole of Bitcoin, and then you feel kind of alone when you get there, because there's no one in your family, there's no one in your friends, no one understands what you're talking about, and then you start to meet people that have been going down that same journey, and then you start to be like, okay, I'm not crazy, which is fine if you go down that by yourself, but it just helps having that social layer of people who are going through the same things and thinking about the same things that you're thinking about. It really does help.
Yeah, 100%. Bitcoin is a network. It doesn't work if there's only one person running a node.
Yeah.
You need other people's involvement, and Stackchain has taught me a lot about like the social aspect of the Bitcoin network. And there are times where doing Stackchain things is a little peek into what it's going to be like in a Bitcoin world, because we're buying things, but we're using sats, and we're talking in sats, and we're exchanging invoices. And there's so many different pieces of Stackchain. There's a group of Stackchainers that, play cards, and they do that, all with Lightning. Or like with Bitcoin Magazine, there are people go buy this thing, people pay for that thing, and then that's coming out of the Stackchain treasury, which is a multi-sig. So we had to get Stackchainers together and collaborate on a multi-sig, and it's all done in Bitcoin. So it's like we're doing this thing outside of the dollar world, and it's nice.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a little newer than a lot of you guys. Most of you probably, I like you said, Sean, I'm like that meme of the dude talking at the party about Bitcoin. Nobody wants to talk to me. And then I met the Stackchainers. Stackchainers helped me get to cold storage for the first time in my life because I'm a noob and I was freaking clueless and scared. And like Anthony said, like anyone has technical stuff, everyone's willing to help other people, which is pretty cool. And I think that kind of ethos came into the magazine where it wasn't about like, oh, is this a job? Like, are we going to incorporate? And who knows? Maybe it does evolve to that. But it was more like, let's just put in a ton of proof of work and see what we can do together.
And to echo what Waldo was saying, that's been a touch point for a lot of new people to Bitcoin. We had one person who was kind of just dropped into the Stackchain chat rooms, happy, and she wasn't into Bitcoin, didn't really understand it, but she was friends with somebody who was into Bitcoin. And that person just kind of added them in to have fun and have a laugh. And during her involvement in there and just talking to people and asking questions about Bitcoin, she started buying it and started stacking on Stackchain. So we have people that's, I think it's because of what you were describing, Sean, about that. It feels a lot more, it feels a little more friendly, even though there is that GFY attitude, even though that's literally how we greet each other often, very often. There's something about it that I'm thinking it's the fact that, like, because everybody's stacking together, everybody knows each other over a long period of time, and we're all still learning together. So as we learn new information, we're passing it along, and then people start asking questions. And as those people's questions get answered instead of being made fun of or poked at, or even if they are made fun of, usually it's in a good-natured way, or it's in a way that they're trying to teach the person why what they said is either off, or like just teach them a little bit more about Bitcoin in that way. But yeah, it's definitely been a touch point for a lot of new people.
I'm gonna add that, love it or hate it, if you get the social aspect of it or not, it doesn't matter. Like if you're once part of Stackchain, it's just like the perfect alarm clock for you to stack more. It's like the perfect like motivation to go through the bear market and have your stack like juiced up in like steroids, instead of if you didn't have it, right? For sure, like whoever stacked through Stackchain has a bigger bag, and that's awesome. And it's like the perfect alarm clock, man. Like you see the competition, you see the funny memes and whatever, and that motivates you. Okay, I gotta stack again. God damn it.
That's one of the things that got me involved in it is, it's more the community at first, right? And at this point, I can tell which people are plebs and which are not. And so, like, I started getting involved and seeing what everything was going on. And, just sitting in the room with them for just a couple of weeks now, you're like, all right, yeah, no, we got good things going on, and we'll all keep each other in check. We're all blunt enough to kind of keep everything where it needs to be.
Nice. That's one of the things that's always interesting to me is when newer people come into Stackchain, what that experience is like. So now you're in like the trenches of Stackchain, sitting in the DM chats in the background, like you're getting the full like frontal nudity of Stackchain. What has your Stackchain experience been like?
I mean, it's been good. I've kind of been in the nitty gritty here in Bitcoin Twitter for a while, so I've had my feet wet in terms of a lot of things. But no, it's been fun. It's a new way of working with people to kind of like you don't have to worry about what you have to say, or you can say whatever you think without worry about getting fired or whatever. And I think that's a better way to kind of get the input that you need for something to be successful. As far as, I mean, if
don't tell that to Becca. Don't tell that to Becca. Okay.
Oh, well, she's not here. Does she watch these when she's making sandwiches? Oops.
So I'm curious. You had a bot farm more yesterday with the Triple Elite meme guys. I know it's a bit of a side story here, but how are you feeling about that loss? You taking it okay?
I wouldn't say it's a loss. We made them spend more money than us.
So now,
Sully, just admit it. Triple Elite owns
They
you.
spent more money than us trying to win.
Oh, you went. Wait. Who went against Triple Elite?
Who lost the most sats?
Only Telly, you did it like all alone, or all the Stackchainers?
What do you mean?
The 58K gang versus.
Oh, this was 58K. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to wait until what next week? No, 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't do math.
So you went in a meme war?
I accidentally started a meme war.
And you lost it. You started one and you lost it, Charlie.
No, I accidentally started it, but it was with Triple Elite memes, and they bought a bot army, and so I was just like, all right.
You just didn't know how deep they run.
So I got enough to make them like buy more, and then they just kept on buying. Like I just did one little push, and then they just kept on buying, thinking I would buy more or we would buy more, and so they wasted more sats than us, and now they're all celebrating. But
in the end, who bought it?
The bot army bullshit.
Who bought it? Who bought it in the end?
I've never done a bot army before. I was like pissed off trying to figure out how to do it.
You lost it. You lost it, Charlie. Admit it.
And because of Bitcoin Twitter, you learned your skill set. You didn't have to pay
No,
Dan
I've been
no
at
for
war
it.
with Triple Elite memes before. I was just doing my normal fuck you Greg pose.
Let's get back to the Bitcoin magazine talk.
Let's not.
Before we go that, before we do
Stackchain
that,
magazine. I mean.
have you lost before to the Triple Elite meme? You say?
We didn't lose yesterday. We were ahead, and then they bought the vote.
It sounds like a sore loser. You lost.
Whatever. It's fine. You vote with your money.
Yeah, now you admit it.
Example. Perfect example. Fine, we lost. Who
did it?
You know, I mean, the lesson we learned is you vote with your money. Something we. All right. Now each group has.
Wait. Are you calling triple elite memes? Are you calling Triple Elite memes proof of stake?
What I'm saying is that there should
That's
be
what
an
I'm
article
hearing,
about
Charlie.
this in
That's
the
what I'm
next
hearing, Charlie.
Stackchain magazine with
an article in the next
articles from
Stackchain
both
magazine.
sides.
Right. This isn't supposed to be a 58K one. I'm just here to for support.
Well, it looks like you got a lot of support. I think that worked. That was a good course of action.
Well, the Venn diagrams of the meme gangs are all over the place, so we can talk about the 58K gang. Back to the Stackchain stuff.
Hey, for a Triple Elite meme, debacle, it was pretty calm. I'll tell you that.
They're cool, man. They're cool. They have a bad name for no reason, I feel.
You said they're pretty calm.
They're pretty cool, yeah. Why don't you like Jedi and Mars and like those guys?
Jedi.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you think they are, like fucking crazy people? Well, they are a little bit crazy, but like in a good way, like us,
They're half of them are getting pissed off that I only said Jedi. Anyway.
All right, can Sean or Yellow bring us home here? Because I want to keep talking into this microphone.
Pedro, I was hoping Pedro could bring us home.
Where are we going? So it's time for the RD question, and RD isn't with us. Fortunately, we do have Plan Marcus with us tonight. Marcus, in your best accent or not, please ask. Let's pick Anthony as the person to answer the question.
Yeah, all right, Mike. I'm actually stuck in a hotel here. I'm going to wake up the family now. But Anthony,
yes, sir.
As you know, the main factory doesn't exist, but if it were to exist.
Wait. Come on. Where's the accent? Come on.
Yeah.
Far out.
Guys, take it easy on Marcus. He's
All right,
trying
Mike.
to keep his.
All right, Mike. I'll do my best, hell. Don't yell at me now. Come on, bloody hell.
Well, yeah.
Which one of the meme factory guys would you like? Which ones would you retweet? Which ones would you mute? And if you're feeling kind of cracky, which one would you zap?
Which one would I zap? I like the Meme Factory guys. This is the second time that I've been on the Meme Factory show. That's like asking me to choose between my buddies. So which ones?
It's like, retweet, and mute.
Like, retweet, and mute. Well, I'm gonna have to mute Sean because he threatened to block me on Noster one time. So this is revenge for that.
Hey, there was just the health threads going on in there, and I couldn't figure out I couldn't figure it out.
Sean,
That's
is that the Meme Factory t-shirt?
No.
God damn it, Sean.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to retweet Yellow because he's got some of the best Stackchain memes came from Yellow, and then I'll like Greg because he's a potato. Who doesn't like potatoes?
Right. Yeah. True.
All right, thank you very much. And now, Sean, you want to do your thing here?
No, Psyduck.
There was two. Yeah, there's Psyduck and Waldo.
I specifically said that Anthony would answer the question, but I will bend to the crowd here and allow Psyduck and Waldo to answer the question. Psyduck, you go first.
Perfect. Let me see. I would like Greg. I would retweet Sean Harris and I'd mute Yellow because he never gives a mic up ever. So screw him.
Yeah, screw you, Yellow, for never giving the mic.
No.
Instead of letting Waldo answer the question, does Waldo know what's happening at block height 840,000?
Well, I kind of want Waldo to answer the question because I haven't got anything yet.
The halving is that?
Jesus Christ!
The halving.
We're all over the place right now.
Nice.
But that is correct. It is the halving.
Nice.
Well done, Waldo.
Thanks. Am I answering the other question too?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it. I would like Greg because I really like your stages of grief thing you've been doing. That's. I would retweet Becca because I love Sammy's, and I would mute Rope for what he does to Yellow in the bedroom.
I don't think they've been to the bedroom once, but that's just
I don't know.
that particular room is what I'm saying.
This is a family-friendly show, guys.
It is. It's PG-13.
Well, Rope likes to keep it in the family.
All right, Sean, did you finish your part here?
Block height 840,000. The Stackchainers, you guys already know about the halving party going on in El Salvador. Anthony already has his ticket. So I'm talking about, I can't remember if Waldo and Psyduck already got tickets yet.
I got mine.
All right.
Let's go. So you guys already know the drill. But just bring everyone, man. It's gonna be so much fun. Just like your first edition magazine, this is the first time that we're really having a big party like this for the halving. So we're super excited. It's going to be a blast down in Bitcoin country. Just get ready for it because there's going to be some surprises along the way. But more than anything, it's just going to be great food, great music, plebs getting able to talk and being able to each other. So come on down, everyone else.
Rusty, can we have another shot of that? Rusty?
Yeah, sorry. Someone said Rope's bedroom, and I was like, I got a screenshot. I got a picture of Rope's bedroom.
Show us the product.
What?
Oh my God!
Wow.
Okay.
Sneak peek.
All right, thank you,
Okay.
everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, wait, like and subscribe. Give it, if you liked it.
Oh, Sean's taking over. Do it, Sean.
Sorry, Pedro.
Come on, like and subscribe and go buy, pre-order the Stackchain magazine on the link provided down below. Thanks for being here. Go, Craig.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Good night, guys.